What's good, man? It's your man, Dr. BOA. There was an episode when I was in second grade, and you guys gonna trip because I even remember this, but I remember it vividly. I was in second grade, man, and this girl, Rochelle Harris, man, the prettiest girl in our school, man. And in second grade, your school is your life. So to us, she was the prettiest girl in the world. Prettier than the girls we saw on TV. Like, she was killing everything. And one day in class, she passed gas. She farted. And it wasn't one of those little farts where you just smell it. It wasn't silent. It was one of those, and it came from her side of the table. So we automatically knew it was her. Everyone knew. And the look on her face, you could see her face turn red. You could tell it was her. So we started ragging her. Suddenly, she looked at one of the boys and said, "That wasn't me, that was you. That wasn't me, that was you. I don't even know why you lied on me like that. I wouldn't even do that. That's not even what girls do. My mom told me better than that." And man, instantly, everyone who knew for a fact it was her was moved to start attacking the guy. Now here it is. Mentally, we know it's her. Logically, we know it's her. Like, we don't deny it's her. But emotionally, where she moved us with her fake tears, or maybe real tears, but tears of embarrassment, not tears of victimization. That's the first episode in my life where I realized, man, that women can manipulate their emotions to manipulate the room, to manipulate anyone who is not a master of their own emotions. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG of a girl doing exactly this thing. Only thing is, this is an adult. And she's on the phone with her man, talking to him, crying and whining like she don't want no drama or nothing like that. Then she suddenly, I'll show it to you guys. Let's take a deep dive on this one. But first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, what you saw in this short clip is what I was telling you guys about earlier. A woman can turn this on in a minute. In a minute. So anytime a woman is crying when she's talking to you, block it out. Tell her to stop talking. I never let a woman talk to me in tears. I don't care what's wrong with her. If you crying, just shut up talking and just cry. I never let a woman talk to me when she's in tears. If I'm talking to a woman and she starts to put on that emotional display, man, I tell her, okay, we done talking. Go gather yourself. Come back and talk to me after you gather yourself, because I'm not going to listen to you in that emotional state. Not that I believe that, it's going to play on my heartstrings enough to make me, forego whatever the lesson I was teaching her, but I don't do it because it's just not good practice to do it. Because I don't ever believe it. See, here's the thing. We, as human beings, only have certain emotional responses. You're either going to laugh, you're going to cry, you're going to sit and look exasperated, you're going to be confused, there's only certain ones that we have. And the ones that work best for women is tears. That's the one they use the most to get some of the best result. Have you ever been watching a group of kids and the boys, they want something, they might sneak around and get it when you're not looking, but they ask, you say no, they may shrug a little bit, pout a little bit, but then they go ahead and play. A girl, she wants something, you don't give it to her, she'll just, everything, the world is about to end. The world is about to end. And she'll get what she wants. Or you ever seen a girl and a boy, sister and brother, they may be scuffling. The girl starts it, hits the boy first. You can see it. But when the time comes to pay the piper, when the parents get involved, then the girl will put on this display and the parent will automatically believe it was the boy. And the girl will act hurt. As soon as you pet her, the tears go away. I want you men to understand that women will automatically play on your emotions because that's the way they are raised. They are taught to do that. They do that from the time they're little toddlers. They play on your emotions. That's why you always hear the saying that she got her dad wrapped around her finger. You never hear anybody say she got her mom wrapped around her finger because her mom knows those emotional games. Her dad doesn't know it. Her dad is being run through the gamut of emotions by her mother. So when his daughter does it, he's sure enough at the mercy of his daughter. A woman will cry just because she lies. And she's upset that you don't believe her lie. She lies, you question her lie, she goes into tears. I can't believe you don't believe me. I can't believe you don't trust me. We've been together all this time. You don't trust me, blah, blah, blah. Because she believes that after a certain amount of time, she's earned the right to be able to do whatever she wants to do without any question from you. And here's the crazy thing. I've been with women before who had a boyfriend, who had a man. And while she's servicing me, the guy calls. So she's on the phone with him, half talking, half servicing me. And the display was amazing. I mean, the way she was talking to the guy, and the guy was on speakerphone. The way she was talking to the guy, like she just was so in love with him, and he was eating it up, talking about what she was gonna cook him, talking about what she gonna cook him to eat while she eating. You understand what I'm saying? Just talk all these plans, man. I'm literally had a whole conversation with this guy while she was servicing me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man, during that time, to me, it was erotic. You know, to me, it was just to watch her at work. The evil energy of that just overtook me, and I enjoyed it. I'm not going to even lie to you. But the last thing she said to that guy, the last thing she said to him was, I love you more than anything in the world. And I hope you feel the same about me. She either said, I hope I know, but one of those. And before he even said, I love you too, baby, she was just waiting for him to talk while she was bobbing for apples. You understand what I'm saying? She was back to work. Back to work. While he was saying, I love you too, baby, and I'll give you anything in the world, or whatever he said. These types of displays are what are women's area of expertise. They do this. They do this better than they do anything. So never let a woman's tears move you. If you're talking to a woman and she's crying, end the conversation until she gathers herself. Never let her tears move you. And if you listen to those tears long enough, they may move you. There's a good chance that she can figure out how to make those tears move you as an individual man because she knows you. She knows the particular nuances of how you function. But when she cries, there's a good chance she's lying or confused. Sometimes a woman will lie and not even know she's lying. She will believe what she's believing, even though it's not the truth. So these emotional games, as we call them, are not emotional games at all. This is just the emotional balance that you have to try to maintain in a relationship with the woman. Because she will use these emotions to her advantage. Not to only move you or sway you, but to sway the entire room. That's the culture we live in now. Women are pulling on the heartstrings of a society in order to move the men of the society in the direction that they want to go. So it's bigger than just an individual interaction between you and your woman, or that man and his woman, or that man and his women, or that woman and her men. It's bigger than that. This is about a societal shift where everything is being moved based on the emotional display of women. Everything's being moved. And the talking heads, who are female talking points in male form, are perpetuating those same energies and outlooks and ideas. Whatever those emotional outbursts represent, these men are speaking on those on behalf of women. And we have to understand that nothing has ever been accomplished in this world when it was founded on emotion. Nothing can ever be accomplished in your life when it's founded on emotion. Nothing can ever be brought to fruition when it's founded on emotion, because every single thing you need to do in this society is based on logic, reason, understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. Those are the tenets that you need to maintain if you want to be fruitful in this society, in this world, in your life. That's why a woman should never lead, because she at some point is going to use emotion as the barometer by which to gauge the next move she should make. And we as men can't afford to be caught up in a situation that is being led emotionally. Because when you put emotion in a situation, logic goes out of the window. Logic can never make emotion understand, because there is no understanding in emotion. There's just feeling. Most times women don't even understand what they feel. They just feel. Have you ever had a woman tell you, well, I just feel down. No, I just feel, I'm not feeling myself today. I feel like my best self. You ask her why. She says, well, I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. You feel bad and you don't know why? What's happened? Well, nothing's happened, but I just, okay, cool, shot. Just take some rest to yourself and holler back at me when you feel a little bit better. That's how I go about it. And I truly believe that as men, the best thing we can do for ourselves is to never get caught up in an emotional attachment to a woman. Because if you are emotionally attached to her, she is your leader, because she will lead you emotionally if you allow yourself to get trapped in your emotions. You're a lost puppy with a woman when you become emotionally attached to her. Look around you. Look at the guys who are emotionally attached. Look at guys like Michael B. Jordan. Look how he got with this chick, Lori Harvey. And you look at her mother. I mean, look at her. Her mother is on a fantastic voyage. Steve Harvey is just the train station that she pulled into. Now she's off of her voyage, and this is her final destination. Like mother, like daughter. But this guy's caught up in his emotions, so he's doing things that no one else would have done. Matter of fact, I chop it up with y'all about that on another video coming up soon. But in closing this one, I want to tell you men this. Women are emotional beings. We know that. But so what? We let them function in emotion. Never try to be responsible for keeping their emotional balance, because even they can't keep their emotional balance. Never be the guy that they can come pour their emotions into all of the time and have you trying to fix the situation or trying to give them a pep talk or a motivational speech. Man, that's not your job as a man, and you don't have the time for that. There ain't no amount of pay on the planet, man, that's going to compensate you for being that to a woman. So never be it, because it's never going to be worth it, and you're never going to be successful at it. And you listen to these knuckleheads out here who say, man, you got to be, you got to know how to be, an emotional resting place, an emotional sponge for your woman. Man, you a fool if you try and be an emotional sponge for a woman. You're going to be wringing yourself out of emotions all the time. But here's the thing. Her body automatically wrings out its emotions once a month. Yours doesn't. Never take her tears into consideration when you're making the decision on whether you believe her or not. Because anytime she lies, she cries. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.